Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. So vendors at the Constant Spring Market in St. Andrew are concerned about their livelihood amid government plans to demolish the property to facilitate the road expansion project for the Constant Spring Road corridor. Just recently, they were granted a temporary injunction on the matter. And joining us now is Angela Brown-Burke, the People's National Party's Shadow Minister of Local Government, to share her concerns with us this morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. Particularly the word livelihood concerns me, Angela Brown-Burke, because how long has this been going on, and have they been able to provide goods and services?
You know, that's a good question. This has been going on for about 2 years, probably, yeah, about 2 years. And, you know, they are a very resilient set of people. I am sure that some of them are really having it very difficult. Some, by now, I think you would have heard someone say that she just can move. And others are really just trying to see how they make a living during this this transition, so to speak. And I think the unfortunate thing about it is that it started by them hearing, by the way, that they need to move. And they will have to move by a particular time. And I think they took action. They brought the media. They tried to see the mayor. They got down there once. The conversation was not complete. And then nobody was paying them any mind. And Michael, these are individuals who have been there, some of them for as long as 40 years. I spoke to a lady who said that her mother used to sell there. Then she come and sell there.
Generational.
You know, generations.
That market has been there
forever, since I was a child. It has been there. And the worst part is that all of them are legal vendors. You know, I have a society where there are so many persons who just pick up and find a spot on the road and go sell. They have been in this market. And it has been difficult right throughout because over the years, the population has dwindled in terms of those who are selling there. But people come. Some persons tell me that it's easy. Somebody come and drop off their list, they fix it up, and in the evening they're passing, they pick it up, that kind of a thing. They'll call persons to say, I'm here. No, you know, what can I get? They put it together. The person comes down, pays them, and so on. And they have been treated as if they are not citizens of this country. Like they came as immigrants from somewhere, them papers not straight, them not have no right to be here. And I think that that is what bothers me out of everything else. And this is by their government. This is not a private sector that doesn't understand the citizens and they're only looking at the bottom line.
So is it an unwillingness to move, or is it that the process has not properly been dealt with?
It's both. There's no doubt that the process has not properly been dealt with, and nobody to date has even said, listen, we started wrong and we're trying now to fix it. We understand that and let's move forward. And then the second thing is that they know that for the expansion of the road, you don't need at least 2/3 of the land that's there. The first thing is, it's a portion of the market that's needed. So fine, you're going to knock down all of the market to remove that. But the land behind the market is owned by the KCC. And the rumor already has it that it is earmarked for somebody to build something. You know, I mean, this is Jamaica. So when you put that in the mix, people are outraged. You're not talking with us. You come and, you know, offer compensation without any real discussion. We don't know where you have pulled it from. We hear that you get $40 million for the property. We know that you don't need all the property that's there. Is it that we are not the kind of people you want to see in Manor Park? And that's the question that they're asking.
And you think that's a real concern?
I really do. You see,
but so many folks from Manor Park depend on that market.
But that's the point.
Not true?
It
so
is.
Why then would there be, I think it sounds like discrimination?
Well, honestly, I think it is. And maybe it's also my reality because I know there are two Jamaicas. You know, there's one below Crossroads and there's one above Crossroads. And here are some persons who obviously don't belong above Crossroads who have been making a living. I am sure a lot of the individuals who would have been their customers are sympathetic. They don't make the decisions. They are not the mayor. They are not the government. If you look at Red Hills Road, there were illegal vendors there who were formalized, given nice kiosks and stuff for them to sell. Even now, when people are passing, I mean, traffic is chaotic. And here are individuals saying, listen, we understand the need to expand, but you have land at the back. Push us further back. When you move that, when you expand it, why can't you build something in the back that would accommodate us? I don't think that's unreasonable.
So today, there's been no meeting?
There really has not been. They had to hire a lawyer. Yeah. And I know the lawyer represents some of them, and they have been in negotiations. And even in the middle of that, you just come and say, hey, listen, this is what we're offering. Take it, leave it. And you have to leave by Friday.
You see, sometimes you hear these stories, you have to be careful because you don't know. I mean, efforts have been made to speak with the mayor, efforts have been made to speak with...
Well, let me tell you what I know for a fact.
Yes.
I know that they had gone down in the very beginning a couple of times. I know that when they went down there, one of the councillors objected to an individual who was in their midst, and so the meeting ended abruptly. And since then, there was no meeting. The last time, which was late last year, when I was up there, they said to me, we hear the mayor saying him talk to me, but when him come here with the camera and touch upon my back and make 2 words, that is not a serious conversation. And so as far as they're concerned, and they're correct, they have not had a conversation with the powers.
Nothing substantive in their minds?
No, they haven't.
Okay, so...
What is the alternative that's been presented to them? Or has there been? So it's, we need the space, you have to vacate. Here's another place that you may go, or we need to vacate. Go and sort out yourself.
Basically, that's it. Go sort out yourself. I hear the mayor saying, and they have said to me that he has not really said in a meeting that, listen, here are these options. This is what they see, by the way. This is what on television and so on. I've heard him saying that there is Stony Hill Market, which is a farce, because there's so much work to be done at Stony Hill Market before it's really habitable. Then I hear him saying...
And how close is that to where Constant Spring is right now?
It's up in...
Yeah, that's a bit of
a good way up. And then I hear him talking about Papine Market. Persons would know that there was a fire there. It's under construction. There really is no place for them at Papine. And then there's Carnation Market. And down there is not... Everybody can survive in Carnation Market. That's the first thing. And secondly, since Redemption burnt down, since Railway Ground burnt down, there has not really been anything done to accommodate these vendors.
I'm surprised that the people in the... It's a thing about Jamaica. That the people in the community haven't become a part of this dialogue, because this is a market that serves them, and they should come out and...
You know, the first I heard about it outside of the news, after I heard the news and I went up there, it was a member of the community who called me to say they were indeed having a community meeting with the vendors.
Okay.
So, I mean, they have been giving them support. They probably have not been as vocal. Maybe they're not the type to go block a road and kind of thing.
No, but we have a thing about us where if it's not really bad, if it not affect us directly,
well,
we
I
cut
mean,
we eye and pass it.
That one, I think there has been a real struggle as well to say we kind of need the market because we want the expansion, because we understand what that is going to mean for the country and even for them, you know, going to and fro, which is also legitimate. But I think we are at a point where people have to balance these things. And in fact, not one of the vendors really would be saying that, listen, stop the work on Constant Spring Road and keep us. That's not what is being proposed.
So at this point, an injunction has been obtained. The applicant who has filed it has said that the KSMC evicting him from the premises is in breach of his constitutional rights as a licensee in the property. What happens now?
Well, I think the injunction has been granted until the case is heard.
Okay.
I think that case will determine, certainly from a legal perspective, how the local authority should treat the vendors. Because remember, you know, they had been paying all this time to the KCC at the time as vendors. But outside of that, the local authority has a responsibility to provide spaces for vending in the municipality.
Right.
So, I mean, they have a job or responsibility on 2 different fronts.
When is the court expected to hear the matter?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
As you know, I'm not part of the case. I'm just an interested party. Because really, I hate to see this kind of injustice. I really do. hate to see this kind of injustice. I'm glad that Mr. Samuels is taking up the case, because some of the vendors who are there, they're just trying to put their little 2 pennies together, you know, because they don't want to spend too much not knowing what's going to happen afterwards and seeing how their businesses are being affected now.
Okay. Well, we wait to see what will happen pending this latest development. Thank you for coming in.
No, thank you very much. And I want to also appeal to all of the individuals out there to raise their voices too and let the government know that they don't expect this from a caring government, from a government that's supposed to be looking out for all its citizens, not just some.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us. Angela Brown-Burke, People's National Party Shadow Minister of Local Government.
Up next, how to become the CEO of your life. That's what's coming up on Girl Power Tuesday. Please stay with us.